Dr. Duke, back with daily questions from patients. I have a lot of them coming in, so I wanted to address this before the weekend regarding Robert F. Kennedy and his brain parasite that apparently ate a portion of his brain and impacted his cognitive function or not, depending on who you ask. Want to know if that can happen to them. The long and the short of it is typically no. I mean, it's rare for these parasites to find their way to the brain unless they escape the GI tract, where you usually find them. And the majority of these are asymptomatic. Even if they are in the body, the immune system generally locates them, kind of seals them off, calcifies them in the body. You might never even know you have these. Most of these infections are completely asymptomatic, meaning you don't have any symptoms, or the symptoms are so mild you associate them with something else. GI-related disturbances, cramping, bloating, issues defecating, constipation, diarrhea. You may be attempting to treat something else, and it is a parasite. Unfortunately, the tests for parasites are notoriously bad. Stool tests and other related lab work can show that there might be something going on, but it's hard to pinpoint. This is a symbiotic relationship that you really don't want to be dealing with. So what do? I am concerned about this on some level. I'm always worried about optimizing my health as much as possible. I want to be at the top of my game for as long as I can, and an unknown parasite in my body is going to impact me negatively on some level, whether or not it's symptomatic or not. It's going to be stopping me from reaching where I want to be. It's going to be draining resources from my body on some level. Where can you get these? Obviously, bigger concerns are from, uncooked seafood, uncooked pork. Even if you cook them, still a potential risk. Walking around barefoot anywhere, potentially. Traveling internationally, big one. Water in those related places that are unindustrialized could be impacting you negatively. People not washing their hands and then going to work in the food industry and then feeding you, or you not washing your hands effectively, or any other factors like that. So the risk is there. There's potential for all of us on some level to be suffering from a parasitic infection that we're just not aware of. And so I like to tell people, what would I do when they come to me with their problems? It's, what would you do if you were me? Of course, and that's a fair question. My family and I, we always run through a parasitic cleanse once a year. And anyone that knows me knows that we're not huge on cleanses per se, since the body's constantly detoxing over and over again, on its own. That's the job of certain aspects of the detoxification pathways. So all these juicing cleanses and everything else sometimes have, cause more health problems than they solve. But a parasitic cleanse serves a real purpose, since, the parasite's whole function in life is to not be found by the body, to live alongside you and utilize, your nutrients and your resources for itself. So the parasitic cleanse I generally run through, and by the way, this is on my online dispensary, and I'll put it in the links here in the comments so that you can send it to friends, family, use it yourself once a year, is typical stuff you may or may not be aware of. There's a wormwood complex supplement that I swear by. It's on there. It contains a multitude of other related herbs that assist it in doing its job, but this will assist in expelling parasites from the body. Berberine, which also has a host of other issues for metabolism and controlling blood sugar, potential weight loss maybe for anybody else who wants to do that if their tapeworm isn't helping them lose weight currently. A few other ones, pumpkin seed oil. Again, eating pumpkin seeds is a good way to assist as well in kind of clearing these out from the system. And then there's an additional one on top of pumpkin seed oil, which I believe is the grapefruit seed extract. That's another great one that's utilized for a whole host of issues, but specifically for dealing with parasites as well. Most of these will have an antibacterial, antiviral component to them additionally. It's not just that they only do parasites. So I like to run through that once a year, just to be on the safe side. And that way you're covering your bases so that you can stay optimal, so you can reach those higher levels. If you're doing everything else and you're not watching for this aspect that could be hitting you and you don't even know it, are you really reaching optimal health? So, don't wait for it to get so bad that you have the bad luck like Robert F. Kennedy to have it end up in your brain. Let's stop them in their tracks. check in the comments below, check in the bio below, wherever this is posted, to go to the dispensary, just set up a quick account, and you can order that protocol along with any of the other protocols you want, but specifically that one, based upon all the stuff that's going on in the news now with RFK, and stay optimal in good health.